master their own personal power, it's a space that they are not familiar with.
Right, exactly.
For them to have that capacity, not only to unleash the power, but then what do you do with it once you've unleashed it? So to learn how to concentrate it, to focus it, and to channel it in a generative way. And that really is a lot about what I'm working with right now around this consciousness of wealth, because what I see is power and money are pretty synonymous, because money is just energy as well. And so we are able to help people in this way. What we do is we teach them not only how to attract wealth, but also how to concentrate it and then to channel it in a generative way. And the wealth is not just money; it's also your divine wealth and wisdom.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
Wow, fantastic. So how do you, Amethyst, how do you see and understand the bigger picture in terms of our energetic reality, like where we are today and where are we headed?
Well, one of the things that I am seeing, and I've been shown, is that we are in a time where the greatest transfer of wealth has ever been happening. And we are in that process of this transfer of wealth, of this movement of wealth to a different segment of humanity than has been holding the monetary, the financial wealth. And the transfer is moving into the frequency of the divine feminine. And divine feminine doesn't necessarily mean women. You have divine feminine energy in you as well. We're going to be holding wealth from that place of the divine feminine. And so the biggest transfer of wealth in the history of humanity is in process right now. And the biggest soul-based wound that I am being shown that is coming up for clearing and reprogramming and rewiring is a sense of worthiness, this sense of being enough, being able to be deserving of, and this worthiness of wealth is the main focus for my work going forward in the next year, is to really help as many women as possible, but also men who are awakening to their divine feminine aspects, to really allow for that clearing of and awakening to the worthiness of wealth.
Wow, that's really really cool.
Some of the research that I've seen recently confirms exactly what you're saying, as well as the system that I've been working with confirms it. The first uplink, or the first circuit to be blocked, is basically the circuit between the thymus and the heart, and the issue there is feeling safe and worthy of love. And without that, it's awfully hard to move forward, because it locks you in defense. And in defense, you can't receive, so you can't learn, so you can't do, so you can't show up.
Right. Yeah. I work with a lot of people who are in fight or flight. You know, the adrenals. I work a lot with the adrenals and with what we call jaguar medicine, helping people to take the jaguar out of the tree.
Right.
You know, I use metaphor. I'm not using, my work is much more artistic and metaphorical and less scientific than yours is, but it's certainly, it's the same thing. We're all doing the same work. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I see that very clearly.
I see that too.
Yes.
It's
so
great
what
to
you
see
said
one
earlier.
another.
Yeah, I meant this. What you said earlier about feminine energy. It's interesting because what we've been witnessing, I think, for the past few decades is that mostly in the past, men have been in power in many ways, including the corporate world, the governments, and we can just look at any area of life. Men has been in charge, and for the last few decades, that has been shifting quite a bit to the point where even in the United States now, as conscious as we are or not, we could be entertaining such things, and we have, as a black person being a president and a female person being president. So it is it is self-evident, right, that this is going on.
It's showing up in the outer world in addition to the inner world. And what I want to really make clear here is it's really got nothing to do with the gender. What it's got to do with is the energy. And there's the feminine energy and the masculine energy. And really what has been held for the last 5,000 years is we've been held in the masculine pole, in the patriarchy, in that very organized, putting everything into place, and there is a benefit to that masculine energy. So I want to make it clear that we're not throwing out the baby with the bathwater. The invitation is to shift out of that masculine energy and more into the feminine energy, but to really come into what I call divine union or divine partnership. And that work happens within us individually. And so for men in particular, the call for you is to awaken to your divine feminine. For women, we are asked to